2 conceded rather tamely by Rafter, but he still had one more break point. Well, the crowd not enjoying the gesture, but really they were more annoyed at the fact that Tarango got out of a love 40 situation. No, just wide. Well, Tarango could laugh, but he wasn't laughing inwardly. So often happens. You claw yourself back from a love 40 situation and then concentration lapses a little. You make an unforced error and right back in trouble. An hour after had got the break, and the crowd sensed that it would soon be time to go home. Rafter would serve for the match. It's 6-5 in the 4th set. A lot of people in the crowd not hearing the net cord. Interesting time for Mr. Tarango to discover that his laces need retying. So many times during the course of the match, Tarango had managed to drill his service return right down at the shoelaces of Rafter. What did you make of this serve? Desperately close. Well, that really was a chance for Tarango. The volley of Rafter not particularly decisive. It was an angle for the American to exploit, but would he have any more chances? Rafter had reached match point. The ace wrapped it up. It had been a real struggle, but in the end Rafter threw in 4 sets. Tarango had given his all. There was controversy as ever, plenty of colour, but the locals would go home happy. Patrick Rafter, the Australian hero, into round 2 after 4 fascinating sets. 101 in the world, where both men had Chances to break early on, but now at 3-all in the opening set, problems for Henman. The first break point saved. Nevertheless went on to break to take a 4-3 lead. Seeing now if he can consolidate that break. The 24-year-old from Dijon, dropped one set in winning his 3 qualifying matches, but had lost in straight sets to Henman last year at Wimbledon in the second round, their only previous meeting. So Henman all over the place at the moment, and he would have to serve to try and stay in the first set at 3-5. Couldn't do it, and Golmard had won 4 successive games to close out the opening set by 6 games to 3. Well, in the second set, Henman's problems really seemed to worsen. He lost the first 3 games of the second set as well. At one stage was 5-2 down in it. Golmard served for the set. Henman came back, forced the tie-break. And here he is now 4-2 up in that tie-break. Well, the miss hit, landing very conveniently on the line for Henman, who was runner-up last week in Sydney, the finalist in Doha. As we look at it again, landing plumb on the line. So Golmard now in trouble, 2-5, although just the 1 mini break behind in the breaker. And that was wide. And Henman, who'd looked frankly out of the match altogether, now with a wonderful opportunity to draw level. 3 set points. Set points for Henman, of course, not for Golmard. Seven points to 3. Henman had claimed the second set tie-break, and you felt that surely now the momentum would have swung in favour of Henman, particularly as Golmar had so many chances really to take a 2-sets-to-love lead. But would you believe it? Henman dropped his opening service game from 40-15 right at the start of the third set, and now here's Golmar 5-2 up and 40-30. And the ace. To bring the Frenchman the third set by the margin of 6-2. Well, Henman had lost his opening service game of the third set, and now Golmar in trouble. Opening service game of the fourth set. Henman with 2 break points at 15-40. Oh, good scrambling there by Henman. And in the end, Golmar overhitting. Henman had an immediate break. Well, Henman stretched that lead to 3-love. Would eventually serve for the set at 5-3. 30 all on the Henman serve. Good serve, and Henman very quick to close in behind it to ensure that this block service return didn't drop. And Henman with a point to take the match into a 5th set. Stunning shot from Golmar, terrific service return, but watch here, his weight's all going back, but he still manages to accelerate through the ball and generate the clean winner. The ace would give Henman another chance to level the match at 2 sets all, wanting the same ball back, a bit like Greg Rosetsky or Goran Ivanisevic. Doesn't do the job for him though. But the wild return off the second serve. 4th set to Henman by 6-3. Well, the 5th set was an absolute thriller. Nip and tuck all the way through. Henman actually saved 2 match points when 15-40 down on his serve at 6-7. Held that game. Games continue to go with serve, but now with Golmar leading 10-9, the Frenchman had treatment from trainer Jürgen Dess for blisters to both feet. How would that affect Henman? Would the lengthy delay have disturbed his concentration? Once again, Henman would have to serve to stay in the match, trailing 9-10. Nothing wrong with the with the footwork there from Golmar. Henman serving into the body, a couple of quick steps from the Frenchman.